Colgate University was founded by 13 men with $13 and 13
Yeah. You know the drill.
Everything college, everything Colgate. It's GateCode.
If I don't have anything to do, Sundays are a really good day to relax. My favorite thing to do on a Sunday is have a cup of tea and a breakfast sandwich from the Coop and watch Game of Thrones for the whole day. That is my favorite Sunday. That hasn't happened in a very long time.
Typical Sundays are pretty insane, crazy. First I have to find my backpack because I probably don't remember where I put it since Friday. Haven't seen it in like 2 days, so there's that.
Sundays are always like really busy for me. So like Sunday night, it's like food, usually a group project, then improv, then brothers, then church, then at like 11 start homework. And like by then I'm usually pretty beat, so like I don't do homework.
Well, I don't ever do homework on Fridays or Saturdays, so everything that's due on Monday and Tuesday gets done on Sunday night, for the most part, or Monday morning. It just feels like it's impossible to do work on Friday or Saturday. Well, Friday I don't get out of class till 5, so then that day's canned. And then Saturday I'll do like a little bit of homework, but never as much as I'm supposed to, so.
All right, so Sunday is supposed to be the day of you just like relaxing, hanging out, you know, laying in bed, recuperating from the night before. I don't get none of that shit. It all carries over into the week.
I mean, I'm a night owl anyway, so I'm usually up if I go to bed at like 1, that's early for me, because I'm a terrible human being who doesn't take care of myself.
Last night, I got 1 hour of sleep. I accidentally fell asleep at my desk. At 5 a.m., I ate a bagel with veggie cream cheese with avocado on top. Sounds really gross, but that was what I was craving in my heart at that moment in time. It was delicious.
Last night I went to bed at 1 a.m. Defeated, didn't start any of my essays, and it was basically it was not a productive night.
11 o'clock. I probably should have stayed up later, but I gave up on everything.
I don't know, I feel like Sundays are always just clothed in this feeling of despair, because you know that after Sunday comes Monday, so it's gross.
I hate Case so much. This is why, because you always leave Case hating your life, because you either got things accomplished and are tired out of your mind, or you just wasted hours of your life in the library because you got distracted by your friends or something, and then are angry that you have all this work to do still. It's a lose-lose every single time.
So fall semester, freshman year, I came to the library for 1 month. I came every day, and then I suddenly became really self-conscious about my breathing, and if I was breathing too loud, and if other people could hear me breathe, and then I'd put headphones on so I wouldn't hear this, and then I suddenly became conscious or aware that people might be hearing my music, and that made me really paranoid. So I don't work in the library anymore because I think it's too quiet and there's too much, and it's too far away.
So everybody in the library is really tense and anxious and quiet, and it makes you very tense and anxious and quiet. And I have no reason to be tense and anxious and quiet. I mean, I am anxious about a lot of things.
Sometimes I mix up the words corral and carol, so I talk about going to Sometimes I talk about going to a corral in the library because those words are very similar, but they mean very different things. I sit down at a carol, and then there's people sitting next to me talking. And it's just yo, we're not in a talking space. Shut up.
I like to try to work 5th floor in one of those study room things, but I never book them because that's way too legit for me, and I'm a free roamer. I'm a free spirit. So I'm not gonna schedule a time when I'm gonna be in a room.
I've just been spending a lot of time in the library cafe, as you can tell, because I'm burning through gate cash like there's no tomorrow.
The cafe is only good in the mornings. Otherwise, it's packed and people in there are annoying. And they come in and they order their double mocha frappa whip, no cream, 0% skim chai latte. Just get a coffee.
5th floor, reading room, too quiet, too many people hearing me breathe and judging my music and making me feel terrible about myself with their eyes.
Nobody talks about the 2nd floor, ever. I've been down to the 2nd floor once.
I think that the talking in the library is what keeps me sane. Otherwise, it's just a downward spiral. And then I'm sitting there and I start hating everything around me, but things that I shouldn't be hating, like that color is really bothering me, or like this person's shoes are really ugly.
So I just kind of avoid the library altogether if I can.
I know you get a number. You don't win any money.
I know we get a number, and I think that number corresponds to a time slot, pretty sure, but it doesn't sound like fun at all. It sounds horrifying.
I can tell you that I don't know what my number was sophomore year, because I'm pretty sure I looked at it, said, not gonna matter, and X'd out.
I think I was in the 500s or the 600s, and half of my group was 2. Except one person who had a 300 number, I think. So it wasn't ideal. The housing lottery seems like one of those things that's gonna like divide friendships. It seems very cutthroat and scary.
Last semester was crazy. My whole group of friends just like got into this huge feud. Shit went down. Like 2 of my friends are in a relationship and like they had to like live in the same like apartment, and then one girl like didn't want to move, and another person wanted to live with this person, and that person doesn't want to live with this person, and this person was gonna live with this person and then moved out later in this. It was a mess.
The stress for me comes in when it's like, okay, we have this 4-person apartment in Parker, it's 2 doubles. How are we going to negotiate who's living with who based on how high you keep the thermostat, how neat you keep your room, what time you get up in the morning, what time you go to bed at night, and what kind of posters you want on the wall.
There was a big debate, because like I need a single, like I'm an organized mess, and you throw someone else's stuff in there, I become an unorganized mess. And what is that? That's just a mess. So you can't have just a mess. So I need a single. So my friends, so now we're going with the 2 singles, 1 double. And there's a big controversy over who's gonna get the double.
I would want to live in Parker because it's nice, it's good distance, has a kitchen. You don't have to deal with strangers unless you have a rando, which sucks. And then you feel bad for that rando because it's like, where are your friends? Do you have friends? Probably not if you don't have anybody to live with. Sorry, randos.
The other thing that cracks me up is on the housing website, you have your little like passcode. So you have to like give your like name code to your other people that you're living with, you know, that little thing. And they're always super weird. I think mine was like Naldor 69. Like who came up Naldor? It sounds like a magical land in like a video game. Naldor 69.
Res Life, they tell you that you need to fill out an application like every year if you want to file for preference housing. Like, of course I want to file for preference housing, and like my disability doesn't go away in like a year. Like I'm gonna be half blind for the rest of my life. Like, bruh, like give me the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry I didn't fill out your application in time, but like it's not like it's gonna go away. Like I filled it out once already. Like why do you have to be so difficult? And like I don't want to like go and talk to them about it and be like, yo, you're really difficult, because then I could get on their bad side and then I'd be for the rest of my time at Colgate. So, just gonna rant about it on GateCode.
So there's 4 vending machines in the library cafe. 2 of them sell food and 2 of them sell beverages. Good, I like it. What I don't like is that 3 out of the 4 vending machines have gate card swipes. So there's always one food vending machine where I'm like, oh, that looks really nice, but I don't carry cash on me anymore because the gate card sort of works like your debit card, which would be fine if the other vending machine that sells food didn't max out at $1. I don't know if you've ever looked at the vending machine that has food and a gate card swipe on it, but everything in there is $1.25. Do you know how much you are allowed to put on your gate card? $1. And then you're like, oh, hey, maybe if I just swipe again, it will add another $1. No, it cancels the transaction. So you cannot use your gate card. So why is there a gate card swipe if you don't want me to eat? I can't have anything from that vending machine except like gum. Everything else is $1.25. There are things that are more expensive than $1.25. There are things in that vending machine that cost like $1.75, but you can't get anything because it is not a smart enough machine to know that if you swipe your gate card, you are willing to pay the price of whatever you are trying to plug in to eat. You can't get anything. It's so frustrating because I always forget. And then I go and I try and buy a candy bar and it's like, thank you, have a nice day. Like there's no food here. It's really sad, it's really frustrating. I hate it.